I look at the sewage as an asset. It's a daily struggle mentally, what direction I want to go in, right? I mean, I want to build the sewage treatment plant so bad because I look at the sewage as an asset. The DEQ and the county and all that, they don't. So they want these systems, or they want a monthly fee paid and an engineer hired. And I mean, I can't just drop my thing like it did. Like, that's some brilliant shit I drew up. It's not my invention. I got that offline from a guy that's been doing it for 15 years. His system is working for 15 years just fine. I added to his system just so I could. They're not trying to have it. I have one of two options. I either just build my sewage treatment plant and just do what I want, which will basically make this place unpermittable. Like, I won't be able to get a permit. And I've seen some where there's some really negative happens dealing with like this, you know? And do I want to reward Oregon with all this? I mean, do I really want to a county, a state that are so... I mean, both at the county and the state level, I got this smart ass, good luck with that, you know, like, and it's like, if I just don't want to deal with all that, and I just want to get something going here, like I've even watched Earthship videos from like Australia, where they've shut down their gray water reprocessing system, right? So this is always the contention with this is always the sewage. That's where the whole problem is. And having a permitted structure and everything permitted, even as fucking stupid as a septic system is compared to a sewage treatment plant, if I just want to build something here and get something going, and then, you know, honestly, when my invention royalties kick in, I won't have to be so budgeted, and I won't have to necessarily like stick myself in the cheapest, literally, this is the cheapest place I could find to start doing this stuff. I mean, just putting my product out into all the in different stores, which is where the people I'm dealing with is already there. It's already there. Just that much sales is going to change my life. So I'm like, I should just say basically, and just put in a normal septic system, scale back my entire concept for this property in particular. Move forward with things like, you know, earth-sheltered structures, rainwater harvesting, all that. So turning the rainwater into drinking water and shower water and all that, there's a whole nother issue. They literally want you to drive your water out here. So there's other states, pockets of freedom, that I could just go to. As much as I love Oregon, like, if I could get everything I love about Oregon, you know, the beauty of the Willamette Valley is a lot of what I love about Oregon. But now I'm out here, and this is like a whole different area, entirely different landscapes. But the beauty is, I mean, like going around and seeing beautiful color flowers versus seeing like giant snow-covered mountains. You know, I mean, it's just like some big awe, epic stuff versus, oh, these are so cute. You know, I don't see a lot of flowers out here. Not that I couldn't put flowers out here. It's just there's different scales of beauty. Why I love Oregon. Oregon's weed laws. So finding a state that has pockets of freedom, which most of those places are, they call them pockets of freedom, but they still are doing the drug war thing, like Montana and Arizona and maybe New Mexico. I don't know. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the sewage treatment plant. The hole that I'm digging right now, I basically could just start digging I mean, I think it's actually could be just done if I put just a tank down there. That would be it. And then I would go on to dig the drain field thing. That's what I might be doing. I don't know. As much as I talked about it, as much as I want to do it, I have to balance everything. I mean, really the most important thing about this property was to cut all my storage bills out. I have one storage unit now that basically the business is taken care of, right? Before that, it was like pushing like $1,000 a month in all the different storage fees. And not sustainable. That's how people lose shit, you know? So I just wanted to get my stuff all here, get it secured. It cost a lot more than I was expecting. The property was double what I wanted to spend, and then I had all those problems with the bank lying to me and the backhoe situation. Yeah, that whole thing set me back. Had a lot of setbacks financially on this place already. And like now thinking about like, okay, do I want to battle with these people about all this shit, or do I just want to put this stuff in there and then be done with it, basically? Okay, the place has a septic system. You know, it has, and the pile of dirt is the building materials. And, you know, basically if I just go down that road of a septic system, I mean, that's like, I'm already, I don't actually know how deep the little trenches have to be. I don't know if it's the deeper the better, or if you gotta go, it's probably a exact depth, right? So I have to look that up. But I mean, basically my 1,500 gallon tank that's a done deal. I already got that hold of. And then some. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about now, right? And honestly, I'm not even going to bother looking up if I can do a sewage treatment plant in other states, right? I'm not even going to worry about that right now. All I'm going to worry about is the fact that having the ability to, you know, picking my battles, basically. Like, I could apparently hire an engineer and have a thing designed, and then we could do testing all the time. So this is like, okay, I didn't plan on hiring an engineer. I have my plans. So that's like a whole nother expense. I figured there would be testing, and I figured there would probably be a yearly fee with all that. But I didn't think I'd have to hire an engineer to design a system. So now with the septic system, I literally probably could do, well, I think most of the cost is the machine labor, right? So the backhoe, digging the holes, it's $12,000 is just this number. So, but when you break it down, you have like the tank, all this pipe that goes out into the leach field, and the hole that it all goes into, and then it all being covered back up again. Well, if I'm basically, I mean, the tank is $1,500. The hole is a done deal. How much that pipe is the unknown at this point. And how all that pipe goes in and all that, I'm honestly just even thinking about calling around and finding a plumber that is willing to like work with me on this. Like, hey, you know, you pull the permit, you show me where to dig, you bring the parts, and we'll put it all together. That's kind of the way that I would like to do it. But there's not a lot of people that are willing to work like that. Like, most people, they have their backhoe, they have their, you know, oh, you want a septic system? Okay, it's $12,000. We're going to come out there and we're going to slam that thing in. But I don't want to pay all that money. That's why I bought a backhoe. Hey. Anyway, hopefully I'll be able to find somebody to work with me on that. Or I will probably end up just trudging through the whole entire process myself. Then I gotta determine, like, I put the hole over there. There may be only a certain distance that you're allowed to have that system. See, because my system over there was going to be like hella deep, where there could be a pipe that ran from the house all the way over there with no problem being far enough underground to the frost and all that. Septic systems, though, their tank sits like just right below the surface. Like, there's hatches that you have to be able to get into and access, right? So I don't know how deep you can put it. See, these are all questions that I need to just look up, and basically I just don't have $12,000. I do not want to pay $12,000 for a septic system. Basically, somebody's going to come out here. They're going to buy a tank. I know how much the tank costs, $1,500. I have to imagine that all the other pipe combined isn't more than $2,000. So there's $3,500 worth of parts. Figure you got another $500 worth of. So $4,000, and that's retail. So I hope they're getting $4,000 worth of parts, and then the whole, and then assembly, right? So the whole, and it's just a huge job with heavy equipment. You have to have a backhoe. I have a backhoe, so I don't know. I should do it myself. All right, enough about this. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.